Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, I've been having a few people asking me what grills do I have on the channel, and so I decided to make a quick little video on what grills we have here at Bad Beast Barbecue. Won't be quite as in depth as my man Justin over at Baby Bag Maniac. My barbecue brother over there has tons of grills and stuff like that. Maybe one day I'll grow up to be like that. But until then, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of what we have, what we use, and what we love. So here we go.
He's a bad beast on that barbecue, on the grill or the smoker. He knows just what to do. He's a bad beast on that barbecue.
All right, guys. So one of the grills that we have a Rectech Mini. They don't make this one anymore. They have another one that took its place. This one here is the real beast. This was one of the first pellet smokers that we owned, and Rectech sponsored us and sent this to us, and we love this thing. It's has great capacity for a couple of folks. You can do a couple slabs of ribs on here, or couple of whole chickens or what have you. But after all these years, this is really still working out as quite a beast. Okay. Next, we have a gift from my wife. Of course, everyone starts out with a Weber kettle. As far as barbecuing goes, you should always start out with a Weber kettle. Learn the fire management and how to smoke and do two-zone cooking. Okay, so she bought me this Weber Performer for Father's Day a few years ago, and I love it. It's been performing very, very well. We got a couple of accessories to go with this, like the slow and sear and some rotisserie rings that we use from Only Fire. But love this. This is the base of everything, and so I would say that if you're going to start out with anything, start out with a Weber kettle. Right next to it, we have our pit barrel cooker, and of course the pit barrel cooker is from the good folks at Pit Barrel Cooker. They sent us this, and this is fantastic also. We've cooked tons of food in this thing here. You can hang several slabs of ribs and several chicken halves and whole chickens in here. So this is a real beast cooker when it comes to ribs and chicken. So if you're interested in cooking a large amount of food that way, check out Pit Barrel Cooker. All right. Then we're gonna come over here to the next Rectech that the folks at Rectech Grills sponsored us with. This is the big 680. This is before they went stainless steel, so you can see they got some areas of rust down here. We don't use this one as often as we use the other one. This is going to be our summer project. We're going to turn this into our Who Dat grill, so she'll be kind of sanded down and repainted in the old black and gold of my New Orleans Saints Who Dat. So this is going to be my Who Dat grill. We're going to change out the auger and bring her back to her full cooking capabilities. So, but this is a cooking beast also. All right. And as far as portability goes, of course, we have a Smoky Joe. You can't cook much on a Smoky Joe though, unless you're cooking a couple of hamburgers, and a couple of pieces of chicken wings, whatever. So we went out and we purchased the Jumbo Joe, since we plan on going to the lake and the parks and stuff this summer, and we'll be able to cook on this. We also bought the 18-inch slow and sear and a vortex for the Jumbo Joe. So we'll be doing a couple of videos on the Jumbo Joe and how to do vortex cooking and how to do slow and sear offset cooking. All right. Then we swing over here. I brought this from inside. This is our KENYON Revolution electric grills. This was sponsored by the folks at KENYON Grills. And this has been quite a little beast here, especially in cold weather. We've been able to do some great cooking on this bad boy during the winter months indoors. Now, it's supposed to be smokeless, but of course, that always depends on what you're actually cooking. So, if you got olive oil or some grease on your on your food, then it's going to smoke a little, but we just opened some windows and doors, or the ventilation system that the folks from NewAir sent us does a great job of airing out the basement. And then we got this novelty portable grill that came out back in came out back in 2017. This was that American Badass grill that was it was sponsored by Kid Rock was the spokesman for this. It is supposed to have been 100% made in the United States. And if you remember the commercials, they were blowing up foreign-made grills to promote this American Badass grill. But if you go on the website now, the website does not exist. This is no longer sold. There was a lot of problems with this grill. Had a lot of leak points, a lot of hot spots. They even had a gas version where you hook a little gas container next to it. But I don't even use this anymore. I just keep it as a novelty to say, you know, as a barbecue enthusiast, this is just a collector's item for me now. So to say, yeah, I have one. These things sold for $99, so it definitely really wasn't worth the money. And I think it was just a quick grab to grab American folks' money who was tired of spending money on foreign grills. But anyway, hey, it's just an heirloom now. So, all right, let's head up to the deck. All right, well, I was gonna head up to the deck, but I forgot two more grills that were down here. This is, of course, our ugly drum smoker, and it wasn't quite as ugly a couple of years ago. Of course, painted black and gold with the New Orleans Saints sign on the outside. This was a project that my son and I did a few years ago, and this thing really does cook very well. I need to spend a weekend doing some refurbishment to it, sanding it down, repainting it, maybe bringing those pipes down a little bit lower. Those tall pipes on the side was designated, called the fat man configuration, so that big guys wouldn't have to bend all the way down to the bottom to turn the nozzle. So that's why those pipes come all the way to the top. This is actually the design of Phil over at Daddy Cooks, and I'll put the link to that video if you guys are interested in building a UDS like Daddy Cooks did. So, but this thing here does cook, and it cooks like a beast, all right? And then this is one of my favorites. This is the Kamado Joe Big Joe 3. It's still covered. This was a birthday present from my wife last year. I was so excited when this thing came in. It is huge, cooks an enormous amount of food, and I'm gonna get some of the rotisserie accessories for it as well. So, but I've always wanted a Kamado Joe or a ceramic type cooker, and I talked about it and talked about it, and the wife said, well, you're gonna talk about it, you're just gonna keep talking about it and not gonna eventually buy it. So she bought it for me. So love her to death. Thank you, baby. Mwah. All right, now let's go up to the deck. So now we're up here up on the deck. As you can see the view from the deck. I love sitting out here smoking a cigar and having a glass of whiskey. All right. In the summertime, I use my Blackstone. We come out here and we do hamburgers, hot dogs, salmon, cook breakfast on it, eggs, what have you. I'm sure I'm gonna have to re-season it because it's been sitting out here all winter long. But can't wait to get back to using this again as soon as the weather breaks. All right. All right, so this one here is the RecTech 700. You guys have seen some of the videos that we've done on our channel as far as the initial burn in, the setup, the cleanup, and all that type of stuff. We cooked several things on this. Love this pellet smoker. You see, we still have some of the grates in there, the non-stick grates, and it really needs to be cleaned out. I forgot to clean it out after the last cook. We also broke down and bought the smoker box. Not a necessary accessory, but it's pretty cool. And I'm gonna be trying to do some smoking in that box this summer sometime. So, all right, we got the competition cart on this one and on the 680. And this one here has the Wi-Fi controller. And so RecTech sponsored this one also. So we always want to thank the guys out at RecTech for trusting us with their products. All right. So as you can see from the deck, is a look down on my patio at all the grills. So, you know, I think every time I talk about purchasing a grill, the wife gets a little upset. I guess rightfully so. Well, guys, that was it. That was a look at all the grills from Bad Beast Barbecue. If you got any questions on any one of them, give us a shout and let us know what you think, okay? I think the only thing that I don't have that I would like to have is a stick burner, and I'm trying to buy one of those from my neighbor. He doesn't use his anymore, so we're gonna try to get hold of that one. So, but anyway, hey, thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this short little tour. Like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. Hey, as always, we'll see you around all the grills and smokers from Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, see you in the next video.